Hello everyone and welcome to another of my reviews. So in today's video, I'm reviewing the Kilgharrah from Hong Kong microbrand Valimor. Now Valimor has always been one of my favorite microbrands and they offer affordable watches inspired by King Arthurian lore. So the latest watch is the Kilgharrah with sort of this dive watch air styling. So let's see if it's any good. So first and foremost, I've reviewed some of Valimor's watches in the past, and like the previous watches from the brand I've reviewed, the Kilgharrah offers good specifications for the price. Now first and foremost, let me bring this a bit closer to the camera. It actually uses a dome sapphire crystal to protect the dial. As aforementioned numerous times in my previous reviews, I'm a huge advocate for sapphire crystal due to their inherent scratch resisting properties. Personally, I always look for sapphire crystal, in my modern watches, and it really adds greatly to the durability of the watch. Furthermore, there's also 3 layers of AR anti-reflective coating, so you can see there's not much nasty reflections over here. It also has a water resistance rating of 100 meters, which makes it robust enough, for everyday activities that doesn't involve prolonged submersion in water. Now, if you flip over to the back, you can see here a beautifully decorated movement. Again, I would say one of the best decorated movement I've seen at this price point. You can see some Geneva striping on the movement. You can see a very ornate gilded rotor here. So yeah, very nicely decorated movement to say the least. So the Valimor Kilgharrah is powered by the new Miyota 8315 movement, which is a step up, above like the old Miyota 82 series movement found in some of the previous watches I've reviewed, like the Caliburnus. So for this Miyota 8315 movement, it has 21 jewels, it beats at 3 Hz, and has accuracy about minus 20 seconds to plus 40 seconds per day, so pretty par for the cost. The greatest strength of this movement, I would say, is its 60-hour power reserve, which is one of the highest, I would say, in this affordable price segment. That means you can put this watch away on Friday night and still pick it up on Monday morning with the watch still running. Now, this unit, my review unit came on this beautiful Italian cuff leather strap, which really feels very premium to the touch. And let me bring this a bit closer to the camera. And has like a suede-like texture. So the strap is actually hand stitched. You can see that the point stitching here apparently is stitched by hand, and it's lined with nubuck for added comfort. So yeah, that's a very nice and very beautiful strap. It also has quick release, spring bars. The Kilgharrah is currently available on by default if you go on their website on a rubber strap or on a metal bracelet. But by using the promo code WASOSHIOK, they get you this fine Italian leather strap, which I believe costs about 89 euros. There's also a very nice ornate buckle here. You can see here a very nicely decorated buckle, which is really a sight to behold. Now, most watches at this price point treat the buckle or even the entire strap as an afterthought, so it was nice to see that Valimor really paid attention to the details here. Last but not least, there's also lume on the watch, so I'll pop out a lume shot here. The Kilgharrah uses Swiss Superluminova. They doesn't really state what specific lume is used, but the bluish hue indicates it's probably BGW9. In any case, the lume is quite strong and impressive. No trouble reading the time at night here. So all in all, I would say that Valimor Kilgharrah has very decent specifications, especially considering its 400 Singapore dollar price point. Now let's move on to the design. Despite the rock solid specifications, I would say that the design is actually where its strength lies. The Kilgharrah, very pays homage to Arthurian legend, and its dial is really chock full of rich design elements. So again, let me bring this closer to the camera. Now up close, you can see that the dial is actually textured with what they call a dragon scale pattern that evokes the fable of King Arthur. So the medieval nature of the font is also reinforces this Arthurian theme, as you can see here the sword hands and the fleur-de-lis second hand that you see there sweeping away. The applied indices also gives the multi-layered dial further depth. Or you can see these little golden applied dots here. It really reinforces the Kilgharrah's regal aesthetic. Last but not least, the dial is actually not blue, it's actually a gradient blue. So this fume blue dial adds further interest to the watch, making it really an eminently striking on the wrist. The rest of the watch is also quite striking, with Valimor really using angular edges to maximum effect. For one, you can see here that this 60 click unidirectional bezel has these jagged edges that Valimor says resemble a dragon's dorsal fin. I also love the angles of this crown guard you can see here. And as well as which is topped with the brand's trademark Swarovski crystal crown that also you can see features very crazy edges here. There's plenty of texture as well. You can see here the sides are brushed, but you can see this polished or chamfered edges here. yeah, it's very nice. It's really one of the more intricate cases that I've seen at this price point. Now let me put this on the wrist and show you guys how it wears. Alright, let me do a slow wrist roll. There you go. So on the wrist, with a case size of 40mm, the Kilgharrah really sits right in my sweet spot. It wears phenomenally on my 6.75 inch wrist and really have sufficient wrist presence without being ostentatious. It's not the slimmest at 13mm, but it still managed to fit underneath a shirt cuff without much trouble. So yeah, all in all, I really do like the ornate design of the Kilgharrah. So the watch has details in space and really pays tribute to the fable of King Arthur without being garish. The result is a complex and attractive watch with an attention to detail that I would say punches above the price point. So in conclusion, I really do like this watch. Most microbrand watches at the 400 Singapore dollar price point have solid specs, but lack design impetus. So I'm pleased to report that the Valimor Kilgharrah is not one of them. Make no mistake, the Kilgharrah, with sapphire crystal, 100 meters of water resistance rating, a Miyota 8315 movement, and Swiss Superluminova, is still a well-built watch. Yet, its main appeal, at least for me, stems from its singular devotion to honoring Arthurian legend with intricate design details. The Kilgharrah is really one of the most unique watches I've seen at this price point, making it the perfect watch for those looking for something different. So those looking to purchase the Valimor Kilgharrah can use the promo code Shiok for a free Italian leather strap worth 125 Singapore dollars. So I believe when you check out the watch, there will be like a notes or a remarks box. Just put Shiok there and you'll get this free Italian leather strap. It really is quite good. One of the best leather straps I've seen at this sub $400 price point. To me, that's really the icing on the cake for a watch that is bound to be a conversation starter. I'm really hard pressed to think of another watch that offers as much breathtaking detail for so little. Alright, so that rounds up my review of this Valimor Kilgharrah. Do let me know what you think of the watch in the comments below. As always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Share this video around, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao!